Hey, another video. And as you can see, a different setup because I moved, and that's also why I was absent for a while. But I finished a book about post-electromagnetic field therapies that you can see behind me, so I think it's kind of cool like this. And the light is coming from the window, so that's why, I think this is good. So I wish you all a happy new year. I don't know if I can still say it on the 8th of January, but anyways, I think it goes. And just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about the book, about my healing, and about other things that I did research on. So first of all, for my healing, I moved, well, for a couple of reasons. But one reason was because where I slept was very near a smart meter. And I think when you suffer from an autoimmune disease, like my erythromelalgia, so for those who haven't followed me from the beginning, I've been trying to heal myself for now 5 years. And I recorded my healing journey on YouTube. And through trial and error, I found a protocol that heals me. And I still get comments on my previous videos, really from the beginning of my healing journey. And it is also a spiritual journey. So in the beginning, I might have sounded a bit new agey. I still wanted to keep these videos as well, because it also shows my progress in my spiritual journey. And so it is a good reference point, I think. So yeah, that's from just for a little intro for this video. And yeah, so first maybe the post-electromagnetic field therapy book. It is interesting that we all know that we are surrounded by toxic EMFs from the devices that we use. And so the need for healing frequencies increases. And Dr. Pollack, who wrote the book, he said that these therapies, they heal a great variety of ailments. And he has different devices that heal different ailments. The sicker you are, the more powerful device that you need. And so he says, well, these devices are maybe expensive, but you pay now or you pay later. But if you pay later, you might not like the interest that you pay. And I think that is so true, because prevention is worth a kilo, something, or a cure. Prevention is better than trying to cure afterwards, because don't wait until you get really, really sick. So you have to do daily habits that will maintain or, make yourself feel better. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. So this research I did on cancer, they have found a way with terahertz machines, nanobots, to detect and determine what kind of cancer you have. So they know the frequency signature of different cancer cells. So if they know how to detect it, they can also induce it. Technology can be used for good or for bad. So if it comes into the bad hands, it will be used for bad. What is happening right now with humanity is that the all-powerful, they're going to use these technologies not for our good. So that also increases the need for us taking care of ourselves, because in this world, they actually, when you get sick, they don't want to cure you, because they would lose a customer. So they want to keep you sick and chronically ill, and they will give you medication instead of the solution to actually help you. That's why the internet is this good, how people can share their story and say, hey, this worked for me, maybe it works for you as well. And that's why for me it is, fasting, the carnivore diet, walking in nature, exercise, very important to heal. Also, of course, what you drink. because the water we drink that comes out of the tap is dead water. So I've got a water structuring device that actually turns that dead water into living water. We live in a toxic environment. So first thing you have to do is try to shield yourself from the toxins. And after that, you have to make sure that you're strong enough to detox or to fight off whatever toxins do come in. So make sure that your liver and your kidneys, they filter well all the toxins coming in. That's why it's not just taking a supplement or a miracle pill and you get well. It is if the body doesn't know how to use that pill or supplement, then it's not going to work. So it's a holistic view of healing. And of course, we all know that the doctors only treat the symptoms and not the cause. And often the symptom is not necessarily where the cause it resides. But we are electromagnetic light energy beings. They make us feel like we're this chemical soup and that we miss certain chemical components to actually function. So this is totally not true. Actually, when I read the book Electrical Body, that was the first one. I know the heart is the biggest electrical organ. For my neuropathy, I had this conductivity test done, actually very painful, but that is testing how well your body conducts electricity. And then I had the book Magnetobiology. That is the electromagnetic component of it. I told you about the Anthony Holland, his Rife machine that can shatter cancer cells with certain frequencies. I showed you my Hulda Clark zapper that is anti-parasitic and antimicrobial and is also healing, but on a smaller scale than the devices of Dr. Pollock. Because Dr. Pollock's devices, they can range from a couple of $100s to thousands of dollars. And that's why the sicker you get, the more expensive device you need. So the faster you start healing yourself, the cheaper it gets, basically. You know, you pay the price anyways. If you have a bad diet, that might be cheap, the fast food maybe, but you'll pay the price later on in health cost. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. He also talks about supplements in the book. Interestingly, he quotes some quotes out of the book, okay? He says, it is rare that oncologists or any other doctor would provide nutritional guidance or any supplement recommendation. Doctors rarely make recommendations for supplements. Unfortunately, it is uncommon for dietitians to recommend supplements. So this is the world we live in. So in this book, he knows that the doctors do not do the right thing, but I think he's wrong on the intention. He thinks it's not intentionally, and I think it is intentionally because that's their profit model. So the supplements that he talks about is vitamin D3 and K2. We get not enough sunlight, and also red light therapy is also very good. I myself have also a collagen lamp, and that is healing the skin. Because erythromelalgia that I suffered from is actually the blood vessels in my face and my neck. So that's why I'm using that lamp. Then we've got omega-3s and 9s. We've got plenty of omega-6s in our diet of what you can buy in the store. And those are the wrong fats. So you need omega-3s and 9s from animal fats. Then you've got magnesium. It's interesting that he talks about curcumin. And in combination with CBD, that he also talks about, we've got cannabinoid receptors in our brain. Yes, so CBD can be very beneficial for us. We've got those special receptors for it. And they regulate homeostasis in the body for sleep and rest, memory, appetite, pain perception. if those receptors do not function well, then you can get a lot of other problems in the body, like irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, migraines, Alzheimer, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, PTSD, like fear, anxiety, and depression, and cancer. We all know that CBD is for relaxation, and it's vilified because of the THC, which you can find in cannabis, but you've got the supplements without the THC, so that the CBDs. The CBD oils in combination with curcumin, selenium, and fenbendazole is actually an anti-cancer treatment that I talked about in one of my previous videos. He also talks about ginger, which is anti-inflammatory, as is boswellia, for those with pain in the joints. That is a very good one. Gotu kola, that is for the neurological pathways. Milk thistle, of course, this is for the liver. And since St. John's wort, very interesting how that is vilified by the doctors, because it actually detoxes all the medication that you take, if you take medication. And so the doctors don't want you to take St. John's wort, because then the medication will not work as efficiently as it should. But the whole goal is to not take any medication. And St. John's wort is great for depression, and it also makes the liver detox faster. So this is also a big one. And let's see. So I don't do this in the right order. So just to sum it up, our environment is what making us sick, and whatever you consume, you don't know exactly what your body's going to do with it. And so I think this PEMF treatment is great. Also in combination with other treatments. I don't know if you know acupuncture. If you with the needles, you know, it opens up the meridians in the body. If you combine that with PEMF therapy, you know, some acupuncturists actually put electrical current on the needles to make it more effective. So in combination, you can use this treatment as well, to enhance or to improve your health. So let's see. For myself, actually, when I had this conductivity test done for myself, they say that once the nerve is damaged, it cannot be regrown. It cannot heal, it cannot regrow, but it can. But you need to have dietary cholesterol. I know that one is vilified as well by Ansel Keys. That's also another lie in the world. And DHA and EPA, which are structural components of omega-3s that we get from animal-sourced fats. And so there are a bunch of lies, first of all, that are in this world that you first have to realize, okay, I can take my health in my own hands. I don't have to believe the doctors. Doctors had given up on me as well. And it was to a point that, you know, I wanted to commit suicide and an euthanasia request. When your health is declining and your quality of life is so poor, then in its long term, and people say that you will never get well, then it's learned helplessness. And I make videos to give hope to people that, no, you can actually do something about this, and you can take health into your own hands. And Dr. Pollack, he agrees on this. I actually want to contact him to, you know, maybe have a conversation about maybe buying one of his devices and trying it out on myself. And let's see. Yeah, it's basically sharing is caring. I won't make this video too long.